Hello there, and welcome to Sleepy Wiki. Tonight, let's gently invite a deep sense of peace into your space. Feel your shoulders softly descend, your breath naturally slow, allowing any lingering thoughts to simply drift away. Tonight, our quiet exploration takes us beneath the dappled light of ancient forests, into a realm often unseen, yet profoundly connected to the very pulse of life itself. We'll softly uncover the world of the mushroom, those quiet, humble architects of decay and renewal, whose silent presence is a testament to nature's ceaseless cycles. Imagine their delicate forms emerging from the cool earth, bearing secrets whispered through millennia, connecting vast subterranean networks. From the smallest, most ephemeral cap to the grandest, most intricate cluster, each mushroom holds a quiet wisdom, an ancient story of transformation. Allow the gentle mystery of these forest dwellers to envelop you, guiding your mind to a tranquil, restful place. Before we delve deeper, if these tranquil explorations bring you a quiet comfort, a gentle tap on the like button, or a soft whisper of subscription would help our little corner of peace reach other dreaming minds. No hurry though, just know it's there. Now, settle in as we softly begin our journey into the enchanting, quiet world of the mushroom. Let's begin by pondering something truly remarkable that often reveals itself with a subtle, earthy scent after a gentle rain. We often point to the charming cap and stem peeking from the moss and say, "Look, a mushroom." And indeed it is. But what we're truly seeing is just a fleeting moment, a beautiful gesture from a much vaster, often unseen world. Imagine an apple tree. When you pluck a crisp apple from its branch, you hold the fruit, the delicious reproductive part, but you know the apple is not the entire tree. The tree itself, with its roots deep in the soil, its sturdy trunk, and its reaching branches, is the main organism. The apple is its generous offering to the world, holding the seeds for the next generation. In a wondrously similar way, the mushroom you see, with its elegant cap, its delicate gills or pores beneath, and its graceful stalk, is merely the fruit of a much larger, mostly subterranean organism. It is the temporary, visible structure, designed with an exquisite purpose, but it is not the whole story. The true body of the fungus, the silent architect behind the scenes, lies hidden beneath the surface, woven into the very fabric of the earth itself. This hidden marvel is called the mycelium. Picture, if you will, an intricate gossamer-thin network of countless microscopic threads, like an elaborate pale cobweb spun through the soil, around roots, and within decaying wood. These individual threads are called hyphae, and they are the fundamental building blocks of almost all fungi. They are the fungal organism's roots, its stomach, its arms reaching out to explore and gather. This mycelial network can spread for incredible distances, sometimes covering acres, making it one of the largest and oldest organisms on Earth. It's the quiet, vast intelligence of the forest floor, a silent, living internet connecting everything beneath your feet. So when that delightful mushroom emerges, it's like the mycelium sending up a tiny flag, a signal of its presence, a momentary celebration of its life. It's a beautiful reminder that there's so much more beneath the surface than meets the eye. This grand underground network, this mycelium and its occasional fruiting body, the mushroom, belong to an entire kingdom of life all their own, the kingdom fungi. For a long time, people thought fungi were just unusual plants. They seem to stay in one place like plants and often have a plant-like appearance. But scientists, with their curious minds and magnifying lenses, soon discovered that fungi are profoundly different. In fact, they are more closely related to us, the animals, than they are to plants. It's a surprising truth, like finding out a quiet, mossy stone is actually a sleeping giant. How can this be? Well, let's consider a few key differences. Plants are the great alchemists of sunlight. They perform photosynthesis, turning light, water, and air into their own food. This is why plants are often green, from the chlorophyll they use. Fungi, however, are not green, and they do not photosynthesize. They are, like animals, heterotrophs, meaning they must obtain their food from external sources. But instead of ingesting food like animals do, fungi employ a unique and utterly fascinating method: absorptive nutrition. Imagine the mycelium as a vast, silent digestive system woven into the very ground. Its hyphae secrete powerful enzymes into their surroundings, the soil, a decaying log, even another living organism. These enzymes break down complex organic matter into smaller digestible molecules. Then, the hyphae absorb these nutrients directly through their cell walls. It's like drinking through a million tiny straws, slowly and efficiently digesting the world around them. This makes them the planet's ultimate recyclers, the quiet custodians of decomposition, turning dead leaves and fallen trees back into the rich soil that nourishes new life. Another distinctive feature of fungi, which further sets them apart from plants, is the material of their cell walls. Plants have cell walls made of cellulose, the same fibrous stuff that makes paper and cotton. Fungi, however, have cell walls made of chitin, K-A-I-T-I-N. Does that word sound familiar? It might, because chitin is the very same tough, flexible material that forms the exoskeletons of insects, like the shimmering shell of a beetle or the sturdy carapace of a crab. This shared characteristic with arthropods is another clue that points to the deep evolutionary connection between fungi and animals, a secret whispered through millennia. And finally, how do these silent giants reproduce? Not with seeds, like plants, but with spores. These are microscopic dust-like particles, tiny packages of genetic material, often carried by the wind, water, or even unsuspecting creatures. When you see a mushroom, especially mature ones, you might notice a fine dusting of powder around its base. Those are its spores, its hopeful progeny. The mushroom, in all its ephemeral beauty, is specifically designed to elevate these spores into the air currents, maximizing their chances of dispersal to new locations where, if conditions are right, a new mycelial network can begin its silent, vital work. So, the mushroom, that familiar sight in the dappled sunlight of the forest, is truly a wondrous and intricate part of a much larger story. It is the visible face of an ancient and vital kingdom, a fleeting masterpiece of nature, engineered for a single, profound purpose: to scatter the invisible seeds of its future. It is a testament to the hidden life teeming beneath our feet, a gentle reminder that some of the most powerful forces in nature operate in quiet obscurity. As we let that thought settle, the image of that vast hidden network of life, silently working beneath us, connecting, transforming, we can begin to appreciate the incredible diversity and ingenuity within the fungal kingdom. Soon, we'll explore how these amazing organisms actually grow, from a tiny spore to the magnificent structures we sometimes find in our world, transforming the unseen into the seen in truly magical ways. But for now, let's allow the gentle mystery of the mycelium to guide us further into our quiet journey of understanding. And from this vast hidden network, a remarkable transformation awaits, one that begins with a single, invisible spore. Picture that charming mushroom cap emerging after a gentle rain. What secrets does its structure hold? Imagine a wizard's hat, perhaps, or a miniature umbrella unfurling after a soft rain. That's often our first glimpse of a mushroom. But what we see, that charming cap and stem, is truly just a small part of a much larger, more intricate story. This visible part, what scientists gently call the fruiting body, is much like the apple on an apple tree. It's not the entire organism, but rather a temporary structure designed for a very special purpose. The broad, often elegant top of the mushroom is called the cap, or scientifically the pileus. It comes in countless shapes and shades, from the crimson domes of a fly agaric to the ruffled edges of an oyster mushroom. Beneath this cap, if you were to peer closely, you'd find a universe of delicate structures. Most commonly, these are thin, radiating plates called gills, or lamellae. Picture them like the pages of a tiny secret book, neatly folded and stacked. Other mushrooms might have tiny pores like a sponge, or even tooth-like projections instead of gills. Each of these designs is a marvel of natural engineering, all serving the same crucial role: to maximize the surface area for the production of the mushroom's seeds, its spores. Supporting this cap, holding it aloft like a graceful pillar, is the stem, known as the steep. It can be slender and reedy, or thick and sturdy, often decorated with textures or patterns unique to its species. Sometimes you might notice a delicate ring encircling the stipe, almost like a tiny collar. This is called the annulus, and it's a remnant of a protective veil that once covered the developing gills when the mushroom was just a tiny button. And occasionally, at the very base of the stipe, you might discover a cup-like structure nestled in the soil. This is the volva, the remnant of a universal veil that encased the entire mushroom when it was young, like a fragile egg. Each of these features offers clues, like whispered messages, helping us understand the mushroom's identity. But here's where the real magic truly begins. The cap, gills, stipe, ring, and vulva are all just the visible performance, the grand finale. The true body of the fungus, its vast and silent engine, lies hidden beneath the surface. It's a sprawling, subterranean network of delicate, thread-like structures called hyphae. Imagine countless tiny individual strands, thinner than a human hair, branching and interweaving through the soil, wood, or whatever material the mushroom calls home. These hyphae collectively form what is known as the mycelium. Think of it as the mushroom's secret internet, an incredibly intricate web stretching for inches, feet, or even miles, often unseen and unheard, yet tirelessly working. This mycelium is the heart of the fungus. It's the part that diligently seeks out nutrients, breaking down organic matter with astonishing biochemical prowess, transforming dead leaves and fallen logs back into the Earth's rich tapestry. It's also the orchestrator of life, the hidden force that, under just the right conditions, a perfect blend of moisture, temperature, and available food, decides it's time to send forth a fruiting body, to create a mushroom. And so, the story of life unfolds. Our journey begins not with the visible mushroom, but with something far tinier, a spore. These microscopic particles are the mushroom's equivalent of seeds, so small they often float on the gentlest breeze, carried like invisible dust motes through the air. Imagine billions upon billions released from those delicate gills or pores, each one a whisper of potential, a tiny promise of new life. When a spore lands in a suitable environment, a patch of damp earth, a decaying log, or even a leaf, and finds the conditions just right, it begins to germinate. Like a seed sprouting, it sends out a single, tender hypha. This single hypha grows, branching out to form a primary mycelium. But here's where it gets truly fascinating. For many mushrooms, this primary mycelium isn't yet ready to form a fruiting body on its own. It needs a partner. So these delicate threads, driven by an invisible yearning, search through their hidden network for another compatible primary mycelium. When two different yet compatible hyphae meet, they perform a gentle cellular dance called plasmogamy, where their cytoplasm, the liquid inside the cells, merges. However, their nuclei, the control centers of the cells, remain separate for a time, coexisting in a unique dikaryotic state, literally meaning two nuclei. This dikaryotic mycelium is the powerhouse, the truly mature and fertile stage of the fungal body. It spreads and grows, gathering energy and resources until, when the time is ripe, often after a refreshing rain or a shift in seasons, it decides to put forth its fruiting body. From this hidden network, a tiny knot of hyphae begins to gather and swell, pushing upwards through the soil or wood. This is the mushroom primordium, often called a pinhead, a miniature version of the adult mushroom, slowly unfolding its destiny. As it grows, guided by internal pressures and environmental cues, it expands, pushing against gravity, unfurling its cap, and extending its stipe. Inside those carefully arranged gills, within specialized cells called basidia for many common mushrooms, a final crucial step occurs. The two separate nuclei within each dikaryotic cell finally merge in an event called karyogamy. This fusion creates a single combined nucleus. Immediately following this, the cell undergoes meiosis, a special type of cell division that reduces the number of chromosomes and produces 4 new genetically unique haploid spores. These spores are then gently released, often by the most subtle shifts in air pressure or temperature, to be carried away by the wind, starting the cycle anew. And so the journey completes a full circle, a perpetual dance of hidden networks and ephemeral fruiting bodies, ensuring the continuation of life. We've seen how the mushroom we admire is but a fleeting moment, a beautiful banner unfurled by a vast invisible empire beneath our feet. This intricate life cycle, from spore to mycelium to mushroom and back again, is a testament to the quiet power and enduring mystery of the fungal kingdom. This intricate life cycle reveals something remarkable. What we see above ground is merely a whisper of the vast empire below. The elegant mushroom standing before us is but a messenger. Its true power lies in what we cannot see, an empire woven into the very fabric of the earth. But imagine for a moment that what we see is merely a tiny fraction, like the tip of an enormous, submerged iceberg. For the true heart, the vast, unseen empire of the mushroom lies hidden beneath the surface, a sprawling, intricate masterpiece known as the mycelial network. Picture the forest floor at night, quiet and still, with only the gentle rustle of leaves stirred by an unseen breath. Beneath that blanket of fallen foliage, beneath the rich, dark soil, a silent, ceaseless ballet is performed. It's here, in this dark, fertile realm, that the mycelium truly reigns. It's not a single entity, but an astonishingly complex web, an ancient living fabric woven from countless individual threads, so fine they are often invisible to the naked eye. We call these threads hyphae, delicate filaments, each no thicker than a human hair, yet collectively possessing immense power and reach. Imagine millions upon millions of these microscopic strands, branching and intertwining, stretching outwards in every conceivable direction, like an ethereal subterranean nervous system. They explore, they connect, they sense, and they transform. This network can be thought of as nature's own internet, but instead of digital signals, it transmits nutrients, water, and even messages through a biological medium that has existed for eons. It's a living lace, a shimmering veil of life that binds the soil, cradles the roots of trees, and whispers secrets between the forest's oldest inhabitants. One of the most vital roles of this hidden network is that of the great recycler, the tireless decomposer. When a leaf falls, or a branch breaks, or a mighty tree finally succumbs to age and gravity, it might seem like the end. But for the mycelium, it's merely the beginning of a new chapter. The hyphae extend into this decaying matter, releasing special enzymes, tiny biological tools that work like gentle alchemists. These enzymes meticulously break down the complex structures of dead plants and wood, like cellulose and lignin, transforming them from solid, inert material back into the fundamental nutrients that enrich the soil. It's a slow, patient process, a testament to the cycles of life and death, where nothing is truly wasted. Without this silent, persistent work of the mycelial network, our forests would be choked with fallen debris, and life-giving nutrients would be locked away, unavailable for new growth. But the mycelium is more than just a grand recycler. It's also a master connector, fostering astonishing partnerships that underpin entire ecosystems. Perhaps its most profound collaboration is with the very plants that grace our landscapes. Many, if not most, plants form what we call mycorrhizal associations with fungi. The word itself, mycorrhiza, beautifully illustrates this bond. Myco for fungus and rhiza for root. Here, the fungal hyphae gently embrace or even penetrate the root cells of plants, establishing a mutualistic relationship, a beautiful exchange where both partners benefit. The plant, with its green leaves capturing the sun's energy through photosynthesis, produces sugars, the very fuel of life. It shares a portion of these precious carbohydrates with its fungal partner. In return, the mycelial network, with its immense reach and efficiency, becomes an extended root system for the plant, vastly expanding its ability to forage for water and critical nutrients like phosphorus and nitrogen from the soil. Imagine a tree whose own roots might only extend so far, now suddenly having thousands of fungal threads reaching into distant pockets of moisture and minerals that would otherwise be inaccessible. It's like equipping a short-sighted explorer with a vast, high-resolution map and an army of microscopic scouts. This wood wide web, as some scientists affectionately call it, is not merely about nutrient exchange. It's a sophisticated communication network. Researchers are discovering evidence that trees can send warning signals about pest infestations or drought conditions to neighboring trees through their shared fungal highways. They can even share resources, nourishing seedlings or supporting older, struggling trees through the interconnected mycelial threads. It paints a picture of a forest not as a collection of individual trees, but as a vast, interconnected superorganism quietly thriving because of the hidden fungal infrastructure beneath its feet. The scale of these networks can be truly breathtaking. While most mycelial networks are vast and diffuse, spreading like unseen subterranean rivers, some are truly immense. Consider the humongous fungus, a colossal individual of Armillaria ostoyi, found in Oregon, USA. This single organism spans an incredible 2,200 acres, that's roughly 1,660 football fields, and is estimated to be thousands of years old, weighing hundreds of tons. It is, by land area, one of the largest known organisms on Earth, a testament to the silent, persistent power of these hidden fungal empires. So, as you drift towards sleep, remember the quiet miracle beneath your feet. The mycelial network, a tireless architect of life, a gentle recycler and a profound connector, constantly working in the darkness, ensuring the vibrancy of our world. It's a testament to the truth that the most powerful forces are often the ones we cannot see, the ones that operate with quiet diligence, shaping existence from the very ground up. From this hidden empire emerge those familiar fruiting bodies, each one a testament to the profound work happening in the darkness below. Beneath our feet, this vast network performs its most essential work, a quiet ministry of renewal that sustains all life above. Imagine the forest floor not as an end, but as a beginning, a vast, intricate canvas where the grand cycle of existence plays out, constantly recycling, rejuvenating, and transforming. Here, mushrooms and the larger fungal kingdom they represent don their most profound ecological mantle, that of the gentle, persistent decomposer. Think of the forest as a grand library, filled with countless stories written in the leaves, the fallen branches, the spent flowers. When a tree sheds its leaves in autumn, or when a branch succumbs to a storm, it doesn't simply vanish. It becomes an offering, a bounty of complex organic materials waiting to be gently disassembled and returned to the earth. This is where the magic truly begins. Most living things struggle to break down the tough, fibrous structures of wood and dead plants, the lignin and cellulose that give trees their strength and leaves their form. But fungi, with their ancient wisdom and specialized tools, are uniquely gifted for this task. Beneath the soil, far from the fruiting body we call a mushroom, lies a hidden network of delicate, thread-like structures called hyphae. These hyphae are the true essence of the fungus, silently exploring every nook and cranny of the forest floor like tiny, invisible miners. When they encounter a fallen leaf or a dead log, they don't consume it whole. Instead, they release powerful enzymes directly onto the organic matter. These enzymes are like tiny molecular scissors, gently breaking down the complex molecules into simpler forms that the fungus can absorb for nourishment. It's a slow, deliberate process, a quiet digestion of the forest itself. Imagine these hyphae as a vast, diligent cleanup crew, meticulously processing the natural waste, ensuring that nothing is truly lost. They are the forest's gentle digestion system, turning the remnants of the old into the building blocks for the new. Through their ceaseless work, vital nutrients, nitrogen, phosphorus, carbon, that were locked away in dead organisms are liberated and returned to the soil. This process, known as nutrient cycling, is the very heartbeat of the ecosystem. Without these diligent decomposers, the forest floor would become choked with undecomposed material, and the living plants would soon run out of essential nutrients to grow. Fungi ensure that life, even after it ends, continues to feed life. But the fungal story doesn't end with decomposition. While many fungi are masters of returning the past to the future, others form profound living partnerships with the vibrant, growing present. These are the partners of the fungal world, forming intricate alliances that underpin nearly every terrestrial ecosystem on Earth. Imagine a hidden hand reaching out, not to dismantle, but to support and connect. Foremost among these partnerships are mycorrhizal relationships, a beautiful example of symbiosis, where fungi and plant roots engage in a mutually beneficial exchange. The word mycorrhiza itself is a poetic blend of Greek, myx, meaning fungus, and rhiza, meaning root. It's a testament to their deep connection. Picture a young sapling pushing its roots tentatively into the soil. Its roots, while vital, are limited in their reach and their ability to absorb certain nutrients, especially phosphorus and nitrogen, which are often sparsely distributed or tightly bound in the soil. This is where the fungal partner steps in. The fungus, with its vast network of hyphae, extends far beyond the reach of the plant's own roots, like an intricate underground highway system. These microscopic threads can explore a much larger volume of soil, efficiently scavenging for water and precious mineral nutrients. In exchange for this invaluable service, the plant, through the magic of photosynthesis, captures sunlight and converts it into sugars, its energy currency. It generously shares a portion of these sugars with its fungal partner, who, lacking chlorophyll, cannot produce its own food. It's an ancient, silent pact, a profound agreement forged over millions of years, where each partner provides what the other needs to thrive. There are two main types of these incredible mycorrhizal partnerships. The first, ectomycorrhizae, often associate with trees like pines, oaks, and birches. Here, the fungal hyphae form a dense, protective sheath around the root tips, like a cozy blanket. From this sheath, hyphae extend deeply into the soil, gathering resources, and also weave between the plant cells within the root cortex, forming what's called a hearting net. They don't penetrate the plant cells themselves, but snuggle closely around them, facilitating the nutrient exchange in the spaces between the cells. The second type, and perhaps even more widespread, is arbuscular mycorrhizae, fungi, sometimes called endomycorrhizae, because the fungi actually penetrate into the plant root cells. Imagine the fungal hyphae gently, respectfully entering the plant's inner chambers. Once inside, they form intricate tree-like structures called arbuscules, which maximize the surface area for the efficient exchange of nutrients and sugars. It's like building miniature, highly efficient trading posts right inside the plant's cells. These arbuscular mycorrhizal fungi are true champions of collaboration, forming partnerships with an astonishing 80% of all plant species on Earth, including many of our crops and wildflowers. These fungal alliances are not just about nutrient transfer. Mycorrhizal fungi also offer plants increased resistance to diseases, protect them from heavy metals, and enhance their tolerance to drought. They are the hidden guardians, the silent protectors, contributing immensely to the resilience and biodiversity of our planet's plant life. They weave the very fabric of the forest, connecting individual trees and plants into a vast, interconnected network, allowing them to share resources and even communicate, a wood-wide web of life. So, as we contemplate the mushroom, let us remember its profound double life, the tireless decomposer turning decay into renewal, and the indispensable partner weaving threads of life with the plant kingdom. These roles are not just fascinating scientific phenomena, they are the very pillars upon which the stability and health of our ecosystems rest. They remind us that even the smallest, most overlooked parts of nature play magnificent, interconnected roles in the grand tapestry of life. Among all these partnerships, one stands apart. An alliance so ancient, so fundamental, that life on land as we know it could not exist without it. Imagine the roots of every tree in the forest, gently cradled by invisible threads, a partnership whispered into existence hundreds of millions of years ago. Imagine not just the sprawling roots of a mighty oak or the delicate tendrils of a forest fern, but an entire hidden metropolis of connection, an underground dance of giving and receiving that sustains nearly all life on land. This secret world is woven together by threads so fine, so intricate, that they form what scientists call a mycorrhizal network. The word itself, mycorrhiza, whispers its meaning to us. Myco, from the Greek for fungus, and rhiza for root. It is quite simply the fungus-root connection, a partnership so ancient and profound that it predates many of the plants we see around us today. For hundreds of millions of years, long before the first flower bloomed or the first towering tree reached for the sky, fungi and plants learned to work together, to share and to thrive, shaping the very ecosystems that cradle our world. Imagine a plant, rooted firmly in the earth. Its leaves, like tiny solar panels, diligently capture the sun's golden light, transforming it into sweet, life-giving sugars through the miracle of photosynthesis. This sugar is the plant's very essence, its energy currency. But below the surface, even the strongest roots can only reach so far, only absorb so much. The soil, while rich, holds many precious nutrients in a locked embrace, tucked away in crevices too small for even the finest root hair to find. This is where our fungal friends enter the story, not as competitors but as silent, tireless partners. While a plant's roots might be likened to broad, sturdy highways, the fungal threads, known as hyphae, are like countless microscopic capillaries weaving through the soil with an intimacy and reach that is simply breathtaking. These hyphae are so slender, often only a few micrometers wide, that they can navigate the most minute spaces, exploring vast volumes of soil far beyond the plant's own capabilities. They form an extensive, often invisible web, a superhighway of nutrient transfer, a truly living internet connecting the entire underground world. When a plant and a fungus decide to form a mycorrhizal bond, it's a mutual agreement, a beautiful cosmic bargain. The plant, generous with its sugary bounty, offers a portion of those precious carbohydrates, those packets of sun-captured energy, directly to its fungal partner. It's like a sweet payment for an invaluable service, a warm thank you for tireless efforts. And what do the fungi do in return for this delicious energy? Oh, they do so much more than simply say, thank you. These diligent fungal hyphae, with their incredible surface area and their unique chemical abilities, are master extractors. They are like skilled miners, venturing into the soil's hidden depths to uncover treasures the plant desperately needs. Chief among these treasures are vital minerals like phosphorus, often scarce and immobilized in the soil, and nitrogen, another cornerstone of life. The fungi also excel at drawing up water, acting as extended root systems that can reach tiny pockets of moisture the plant's own roots might miss, especially during dry spells. They produce special enzymes that can break down complex organic matter, freeing up nutrients that would otherwise remain unavailable. It's as if the plant has hired its own personal, highly efficient nutrient delivery service, working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, beneath the earth. There are different ways these fungal architects connect with their plant partners, each a marvel of biological engineering. One common type, especially with many of our grand forest trees like oaks, pines, and birches, is called ectomycorrhizal symbiosis. In this arrangement, the fungal hyphae don't actually penetrate the plant's root cells. Instead, they form a dense, protective sheath around the root tip, almost like a cozy, fuzzy glove. From this sheath, a vast network of hyphae extends far into the soil, gathering resources. Then, delicate hyphal strands grow in between the plant's root cells, forming a structure called the Hartig net, where the vital exchange of sugars for nutrients takes place. And sometimes, the fruiting bodies of these ectomycorrhizal fungi are the very mushrooms we marvel at on the forest floor. A delicious chanterelle or a regal porcini, a visible sign of this profound underground partnership. Another incredibly widespread form is arbuscular mycorrhizal, AM symbiosis. This is arguably the most ancient and common type, found with an astonishing 80 to 90% of all land plants, from delicate wildflowers to mighty fruit trees, from agricultural crops to grasses swaying in the breeze. Here, the fungal hyphae gently, almost tenderly, penetrate into the plant's root cells. Once inside, they branch out into intricate tree-like structures called arbuscules. Imagine a tiny, delicate tree of fungal tissue growing within a plant cell, a beautiful miniature sculpture designed for maximum surface area, making the exchange of sugars and nutrients incredibly efficient. These fungi don't usually produce the familiar mushroom caps above ground. Their work is often entirely hidden, a testament to the quiet power of the unseen. This mycorrhizal network is more than just a nutrient pipeline. It's a communication system, a lifeline, often referred to as the wood wide web. Through these fungal threads, plants can share resources with each other. A strong, older tree might send sugars to a struggling sapling, or a parent plant might nourish its offspring. There's even evidence to suggest that plants can send chemical warning signals through this network, alerting neighbors to pest attacks or diseases. Imagine the silent earth beneath us teeming with whispers and exchanges, a constant dialogue of life, resilience, and mutual aid. So, as you rest your mind, envision these tireless fungal threads like nature's tiny benevolent hands, holding the roots of plants, nurturing them, supporting them, and weaving together the very fabric of our living world. This ancient, enduring partnership is a gentle reminder of the power of connection, of how much more can be achieved when different life forms come together in shared purpose. Some of these forest partnerships bear fruit we know intimately, not through scientific study, but through taste, aroma, and the quiet satisfaction of a nourishing meal. The quiet hush of a kitchen, the earthy perfume of chanterelles in butter. Here, the mushroom reveals another face entirely. Imagine, if you will, the quiet hush of a kitchen as a chef meticulously slices a portobello, its cap like a miniature velvet-lined parasol. Or perhaps you can almost smell the earthy perfume of wild chanterelles sautéing gently in butter, their golden hues a soft glow in the pan. This is where the story of mushrooms takes a turn from the purely scientific to the utterly delightful, inviting us to not just observe, but to taste the mysteries of the forest floor. While the vast kingdom of fungi boasts hundreds of thousands of species, only a small, cherished fraction graces our plates. Perhaps a few dozen are widely cultivated and consumed, with many more sought after by skilled foragers. These edible gems are more than just a culinary treat. They are a nutritional treasure, often low in calories and fat, yet surprisingly rich in fiber, which helps our digestive systems hum along contentedly. They offer a bounty of B vitamins like riboflavin and niacin, essential for converting our food into gentle energy, and pantothenic acid, which helps our bodies create new proteins. Some mushrooms, when exposed to sunlight or UV light, even become natural sources of vitamin D, that quiet vitamin so crucial for healthy bones, almost like tiny sun worshippers absorbing warmth for us. But beyond the vitamins, mushrooms are also mineral marvels, quietly delivering selenium, an antioxidant that helps protect our cells, along with potassium, copper, and phosphorus, all working behind the scenes to keep our bodies balanced and well. They're like tiny, unassuming pharmacies, packed with good things, including powerful antioxidants like ergothioneine and glutathione, which act as unseen guardians against the wear and tear of daily life. Now, let's turn our gaze to some of these stars of the culinary world. Take, for instance, the unassuming button mushroom, the crimini, and its grander, more mature cousin, the portobello. These are all the same species, Agaricus bisporus, simply harvested at different stages of their life. The button mushroom, a sweet little cap, is picked young and delicate. The crimini, a slightly older version, develops a deeper, earthier flavor and a firmer texture, often called a baby bella. And the portobello, allowed to fully mature, spreads its broad, robust cap wide, becoming a hearty canvas for grilling or stuffing. These familiar friends are saprophytes, content to gently decompose organic matter, often cultivated on rich compost beds, transforming what might seem like waste into a delicious harvest. Then there are the elegant shiitake mushrooms, Lentinula edodes, with their distinctive umbrella caps and deeply savory aroma. Originating from East Asia, they have been cherished for centuries, not just for their flavor, but for their perceived health benefits. Shiitake, too, are saprophytic, thriving on wood, traditionally oak and other hardwoods. Imagine them patiently unfurling from a log, absorbing nutrients and concentrating that rich umami taste. Their flavor is a complex tapestry of woodsy notes and a satisfying savoriness that deepens when dried and rehydrated, a testament to their quiet power. And what of the delicate oyster mushrooms, Pleurotus austriatus, named for their unique fan-like shape and often subtle, almost seafood-like flavor? These graceful fungi grow in beautiful overlapping clusters, often on dead or decaying wood, like living sculptures emerging from the forest. They too are saprophytes, masterful at breaking down tough wood fibers, and in doing so they create a tender, versatile mushroom that takes on the flavors of whatever it's cooked with, a true culinary chameleon. But the story of edible mushrooms isn't just about cultivation. It's also about discovery, about the thrill of finding wild treasures. Imagine a quiet morning stroll in a sun-dappled forest, and suddenly a flash of golden yellow catches your eye. There, nestled amongst the moss and fallen leaves, are chanterelles, Cantharellus cibarius, with their trumpet-like caps and apricot-like fragrance. These aren't saprophytes, no. Many chanterelle species form a special partnership with trees called a mycorrhizal relationship, where their mycelial networks intertwine with the tree's roots, exchanging nutrients. They are nature's quiet collaborators, and their delicate, fruity, peppery flavor is a true taste of the wild. Further into the woods, perhaps after a summer rain, one might encounter the majestic porcini, or king bolete, Boletus edulis. With their thick, bulbous stems and broad, often reddish-brown caps, they stand like proud sentinels. Porcini, too, are often mycorrhizal, favoring specific trees like pines, spruces, and oaks. Their dense, meaty texture and intensely nutty, earthy flavor make them a prized find, truly a king amongst mushrooms, whether fresh or dried, where their flavor concentrates into an even more potent essence. And then there are the enigmatic morels, Morchella species, with their distinctive honeycomb caps, a testament to nature's intricate designs. These ephemeral wonders are notoriously difficult to cultivate, making wild foraging for them an annual spring ritual for many. Their growth habits are a bit of a mystery, sometimes saprophytic, sometimes mycorrhizal, often appearing after forest fires or disturbed ground, as if phoenixes rising from the ashes. Their unique, nutty, and earthy flavor is a rare and fleeting delight, a whisper of spring itself. What unites so many of these edible fungi, whether cultivated or wild, is their remarkable ability to contribute a profound depth of flavor known as umami. Umami, often called the fifth taste, after sweet, sour, salty, and bitter, is a Japanese term that roughly translates to pleasant, savory taste. It's a deep, satisfying resonance on the tongue, a flavor that speaks of richness and earth, a savory embrace that makes your mouth hum with contentment. This distinctive taste comes primarily from compounds like glutamate, which mushrooms are abundant in. When we cook mushrooms, these flavor compounds often become even more pronounced, transforming a simple ingredient into a complex symphony of taste. Of course, with the allure of wild mushrooms comes a gentle, very important caution. Just as some stars twinkle with friendly light, others are best admired from a distance. The forest floor, like any wild place, holds its secrets, and learning which mushrooms invite us to taste their magic and which whisper warnings is a journey for the truly patient and knowledgeable. Never, ever taste a wild mushroom unless you are absolutely certain of its identification by an expert, for the beauty of nature also holds its quiet dangers. Nenden. But for those safe, delicious species, mushrooms truly are a gift. Little parcels of flavor and nutrition, quietly contributing to the tapestry of our meals and our health. They remind us that sometimes the most profound pleasures come from the most humble and unexpected places, waiting patiently beneath the earth or emerging from a simple log. Yet, the mushroom's gifts extend beyond the dinner plate. In quiet forest groves and ancient apothecaries, certain species have long been recognized as healers, their powers now drawing the careful attention of modern science. For millennia, healers have turned to particular fungi, not for sustenance but for restoration, balance, and the quiet mending of body and spirit. For centuries, across distant lands and hidden glades, certain fungi have been revered not merely for their ecological role, but for their profound medicinal and therapeutic properties, acting as nature's quiet apothecaries. None, the venerable reishi mushroom, Ganoderma lucidum, is often hailed in Eastern traditions as the mushroom of immortality, or the divine fungus. Its cap, a beautiful lacquered mahogany, seems to glow with an inner wisdom, often appearing on old trees like a piece of polished art. For thousands of years, this mushroom has been a cornerstone of traditional medicine, celebrated for its ability to foster balance and tranquility within the body. Modern science, in its patient exploration, has begun to unveil the secrets held within its velvety layers. We've discovered remarkable compounds like polysaccharides, particularly a type called beta-glucans, which are like gentle conductors, harmonizing our immune systems. They don't overstimulate, nor do they suppress, but rather help our body's defenses respond more intelligently to challenges. Then there are the triterpenes, unique to reishi, which lend their calming touch, supporting a healthy inflammatory response, and even offering a protective embrace to our liver. Reishi is a true adaptogen, a wise guide helping our bodies adapt to the gentle stresses of daily life, fostering a sense of serene resilience. The whimsical lion's mane, Hericium erinaceus, appears like a cascading waterfall of pure white icicles, or perhaps a fluffy gourmet pom-pom hanging from a tree trunk. It's an appearance that belies its profound inner strength. This fascinating fungus has captured the imagination of modern researchers, particularly for its unique affinity for our minds. Within its feathery strands lie special compounds called hericinones and erinacines. Think of these as tiny, diligent architects, stimulating the production of nerve growth factor, or NGF, within our brains. NGF is crucial for the health and growth of neurons, those busy little messengers that form our thoughts and memories. Lion's mane, in its quiet way, seems to offer a gentle caress to our cognitive landscape, supporting clarity, focus, and perhaps even encouraging the growth of new neural pathways, helping us remember our dreams with more vivid detail. It's like a warm cup of tea for your brain, encouraging calm focus and mental agility. The vibrant fan-shaped clusters of turkey tail, Trametes versicolor, display their natural artistry with striking concentric rings. Its concentric rings of earthy colors, browns, grays, blues, and even hints of green, resemble an artist's palette, creating a beautiful natural tapestry on fallen logs. Don't let its commonness fool you. Turkey tail is a powerhouse of immune support. It contains potent polysaccharides, specifically polysaccharide K, PSK, and polysaccharide peptide, PSP, which have been extensively studied, particularly in Japan, for their ability to bolster our body's natural defenses. These compounds act like gentle cheerleaders for our immune cells, encouraging them to work optimally, like a well-coordinated orchestra protecting our inner landscape. Furthermore, turkey tail acts as a prebiotic, nourishing the beneficial bacteria in our gut, a crucial connection as more and more we understand that a healthy gut biome is a cornerstone of overall well-being and immunity. It's a natural shield woven from the forest's own wisdom. The enigmatic cordyceps sinensis and militaris, carries the traditional name winter worm, summer grass, hinting at its unique origin growing on insect hosts in its wild form. While fascinating, it's the sustainably cultivated cordyceps we primarily embrace today. This particular fungus is revered for its ability to invigorate and restore. It's rich in compounds like cordycepin and adenosine, which play a role in the production of ATP, the very energy currency of our cells. Imagine a gentle, sustained surge of vitality, not a jarring jolt, but a calm, steady flow like a clear mountain stream. It's often sought after to support endurance, respiratory health, and a general sense of quiet strength and resilience. For those who seek a balanced sense of well-being, cordyceps offers a gentle breath of sustained energy, a whisper of the mountains carried on the wind. Chaga, Enonotus obliquus, presents a rugged, dark beauty, often appearing as a craggy, charcoal-like growth clinging to birch trees in colder climates. It looks like a burnt knot on the tree's bark, but within its dark exterior lies a treasure trove of goodness. Chaga is an antioxidant champion, brimming with melanin and powerful compounds like superoxide dismutase, SOD, which help our bodies combat the gentle wear and tear of daily living. It absorbs protective compounds from its birch host, such as betulin and betulinic acid, which contribute to its potential for anti-inflammatory effects and immune modulation. Think of chaga as nature's dark jewel, a protector against the subtle oxidation and imbalances that can accumulate over time, helping to maintain cellular harmony and vitality, a grounding presence in the natural world. And even the familiar shiitake, Lentinula edodes, so beloved in our kitchens, possesses a quiet strength beyond its delightful umami flavor. It contains lentinan, another potent polysaccharide that has been studied for its immune-boosting properties. It helps fortify our body's defenses, offering a comforting embrace. Furthermore, shiitake provides a unique compound called erytadinine, which supports healthy cholesterol levels and is a natural source of B vitamins and vitamin D. It's a mushroom that nourishes us both as a delicious food and as a quiet guardian of our well-being, a comforting friend on our plate and within our bodies. These incredible fungi don't work through magic, but through an intricate symphony of compounds, polysaccharides that fine-tune our immunity, triterpenes that soothe and protect, unique amino acids, and a host of antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. They often act as adaptogens, gently guiding our bodies back to a state of equilibrium rather than forcing a change. It's a holistic approach, supporting our inherent capacity for healing and balance. From ancient reverence to modern scientific inquiry, the therapeutic journey of these mushrooms continues to unfold, revealing layer after layer of nature's subtle wisdom. Yet in nature's pharmacy, not every bottle holds medicine. Some fungi harbor compounds of profound potency, demanding not our hunger, but our caution and deepest respect. Like any ancient story, the tale of mushrooms holds shadows alongside light, species whose chemical artistry speaks not of nourishment or healing, but of danger. Tonight, we gently turn our attention to these more mysterious species, those that hold within their delicate structures not nourishment, but potent compounds that can either soothe the mind or, sadly, bring the body to a halt. The forest floor bathed in moonlight holds hidden dangers. Among the ferns, a mushroom stands, looking deceptively innocent. Perhaps it wears a ghostly pale cap or a humble brown, easily overlooked. This, my dear listener, is often the guise of the most dangerous among them. Take the infamous Amanita phalloides, commonly known as the death cap. Its very name sends a shiver through the annals of mycology. It is a master of disguise, often resembling edible species. Yet it harbors a deadly secret within its cells, a group of toxins called amatoxins. These are not fast-acting, dramatic poisons. Instead, they are silent assassins. They embark on a clandestine journey through the body, arriving at the liver and kidneys, where they meticulously, yet relentlessly, dismantle the very machinery of life. Specifically, they inhibit an enzyme crucial for protein synthesis, RNA polymerase II. It's like a tiny, invisible wrench thrown into the gears of a microscopic factory, slowly bringing production to a standstill. Symptoms often don't appear for 6 to 24 hours, a delay that tragically allows the toxins to do their work unchecked, often making effective treatment a race against time. The liver, the body's vigilant filter, bears the brunt of this attack, leading to irreparable damage. It's a somber reminder of the incredible chemical complexity hidden beneath an unassuming cap. And the death cap is not alone in its silent treachery. Another subtle yet lethal adversary is Galerina marginata, a small brown mushroom that often grows on decaying wood. It looks so unassuming, so common, and yet it too contains amatoxins, mirroring the deadly potential of its larger Amanita cousin. It's a cruel trick of nature, where appearances can betray the most profound dangers. To mistake this tiny brown cap for an edible fairy ring mushroom is to invite a devastating consequence. Then there are the cunning tricksters, species that don't always cause immediate death, but can inflict severe damage or unique forms of suffering. Consider the Gyromitra esculenta, often called the false morel. Its brain-like, wrinkled cap is quite distinctive, and in some cultures, it's even considered a delicacy, but only after extensive preparation. This mushroom contains gyromitrin, a compound that, when ingested, is metabolized into monomethylhydrazine, MMH. MMH is a potent toxin known to cause severe gastrointestinal upset, neurological symptoms like seizures, and can lead to liver and kidney damage. It's a chemical shapeshifter. Heat from cooking can break down some of the gyromitrin, but not all of it, and the vapors released during cooking can also be toxic. It's a delicate dance with danger, a reminder that even traditional knowledge sometimes walks a fine line. Another intriguing example of cumulative toxicity is found in Paxillus involutus, the brown roll rim. For a long time, it was considered edible in some parts of Europe. However, repeated consumption can lead to a rare but severe autoimmune hemolytic anemia. It's as if the mushroom subtly rearranges the body's internal recognition system, prompting it to attack its own red blood cells. This isn't an immediate toxic reaction, but rather a slow, insidious buildup, a chemical whisper that eventually becomes a roar within the body's defenses. It illustrates how some fungal compounds can interact with our physiology in ways we are still only just beginning to understand. Beyond these more severe cases, there's a whole host of mushrooms that, while not typically lethal, can certainly make for a very unpleasant experience. These are the gastrointestinal irritants. Think of the beautiful green-spored parasol, Chlorophyllum molybdites, with its striking white cap and green spores. While a feast for the eyes, it's a torment for the stomach, causing intense vomiting, diarrhea, and cramps. Many species in the Russula and Lactarius genera, if eaten raw, will also cause similar, though often less severe, discomfort. They are nature's way of saying, do not touch, or at least, do not ingest. Their chemical compounds are like tiny alarm bells, ringing loudly in our digestive system, urging us to expel what is unwelcome. Beyond the deadly toxins, we arrive at the species that have captured human imagination for millennia, the psychoactive mushrooms. These are the keys to perception, as some cultures have called them, offering glimpses into altered states of consciousness. The most well-known are the psilocybe genus, often called magic mushrooms. These fungi contain compounds like psilocybin and psilocin. When ingested, psilocybin is rapidly converted to psilocin in the body. Psilocin then acts on specific serotonin receptors in the brain, primarily the 5-HT2A receptor. It's as if these molecules are tiny, intricate keys, perfectly crafted to unlock certain doors in the brain's vast architecture. Instead of blocking or destroying, they mimic, gently nudging the brain's usual patterns into new configurations, leading to changes in perception, mood, and thought. For centuries, they have been revered in spiritual ceremonies, and now modern science is exploring their potential in therapeutic settings, particularly for conditions like depression, anxiety, and PTSD under strictly controlled conditions. They don't poison the body in the same destructive way as amatoxins. Rather, they subtly rearrange the landscape of the mind. Distinct from the psilocybin-containing mushrooms, yet equally iconic in its psychoactive lore, is Amanita muscaria, the fly agaric. With its striking red cap adorned with white flakes, it's the mushroom of fairy tales and Christmas decorations. Unlike the psilocybe species, its primary psychoactive compounds are mycelial and ibotenic acid. Ibotenic acid is partially converted to mycelial in the body. Mycelial primarily interacts with the GABAergic system in the brain, which is the brain's main inhibitory neurotransmitter system. This interaction leads to a very different kind of altered state, often described as dreamlike, dissociative, sometimes disorienting, and frequently accompanied by nausea and muscle twitching. It's less a clear psychedelic experience and more a deliriant one, creating a hazy, often unpredictable journey into a distorted reality, quite distinct from the serotonin-mediated effects of psilocybin. Its historical use is also ancient, stretching back into shamanistic traditions, another testament to the profound and diverse chemical ingenuity of fungi. As we close this chapter on the powerful and sometimes perilous chemistry of mushrooms, we are left with a deeper appreciation for their intricate nature. They are not merely simple organisms, they are complex biological factories, producing an astonishing array of compounds that interact with life in myriad ways. Some offer nourishment, some heal, and some, in their silent potency, command our utmost caution and respect. They are ancient alchemists, constantly refining their brews, and we, as curious observers, are still learning the full scope of their magic and their mischief. Understanding both the mushroom's gifts and its dangers allows us to approach its next chapter with wisdom, where human ingenuity meets fungal potential in laboratories, factories, and fields. In sterile laboratories and humming factories, the mushroom takes on yet another role, no longer wild forager or forest partner, but collaborator in human innovation. Here, in the quiet hum of laboratories and the gentle whir of industrial innovation, the humble mushroom reveals an astonishing second life. One not just vital to nature, but to our human world, transforming into silent partners in industry and biotechnology. Imagine for a moment these delicate organisms as tiny alchemists, not turning lead into gold, but transforming the very fabric of our modern existence. They are the quiet, unsung heroes in fields we might least expect, their mycelial networks extending not just through soil, but into our quest for a more sustainable, healthier future. Let's drift into the realm of our plates first, where mushrooms are already cherished for their earthy flavors. But beyond the culinary delight of a sautéed portobello, certain fungi are revolutionizing how we think about food itself. Picture a vast, sterile tank, much like those used for brewing. But instead of yeast making beer, we have a special fungus, a microscopic marvel like Fusarium venenatum, quietly growing. This is where mycoprotein is born. This protein-rich fibrous substance, harvested from the intricate fungal threads, offers a remarkably sustainable alternative to traditional meats. It's a testament to the mushroom's ability to grow efficiently, with a minimal environmental footprint, providing a complete protein that nourishes us while treading lightly on the earth. It's like having a microscopic, highly efficient farm, constantly producing food for our growing world, offering a gentle solution to a very big challenge. Plan! But the mushroom's culinary magic doesn't stop there. Within their cells are tiny, potent chemical assistants called enzymes. These aren't just for breaking down nutrients in the forest, they're also microscopic culinary maestros. Think of how cheese forms its unique flavors, or how bread achieves its soft texture, or even how grapes transform into wine. In many industrial food processes, fungal enzymes are quietly working behind the scenes. They can tenderize meat, clarify juices, or even enhance the umami taste in various foods, acting as a subtle, natural flavor enhancer, weaving intricate chemical dances that bring richness and depth to our diets. They are the unseen hands shaping the textures and tastes we love, all from the quiet intelligence of fungi. Now let's tiptoe into the realm of healing, where mushrooms have been revered in traditional medicine for centuries. Modern science is now gently pulling back the veil, revealing their incredible pharmaceutical potential. Many medicinal mushrooms like the regal reishi, the potent shiitake, or the vibrant turkey tail contain complex compounds, most notably beta-glucans. These aren't just any sugars. They are intricate molecular keys that can gently awaken and modulate our immune systems. Imagine them as invisible shields, subtly boosting our body's natural defenses, helping us ward off invaders and maintain a harmonious internal balance. Clinical studies are increasingly exploring their role in supporting immunity and even in complementary cancer therapies, where compounds like lentinan from shiitake or PSK from turkey tail show promise in working alongside conventional treatments, offering a gentle hand of support. And it's not just about immunity. Consider lovastatin, a well-known drug used to help lower cholesterol. Its origin? A fungus. While not strictly a macroscopic mushroom, the discovery of such compounds within the fungal kingdom has inspired researchers to look deeper into mushrooms themselves. For instance, the common oyster mushroom, Pleurotus ostreatus, has been found to naturally produce lovastatin, offering a tantalizing glimpse into nature's pharmacy, suggesting that many more medicinal treasures might be quietly waiting to be discovered within the mycelial tapestry. Our journey takes another fascinating turn when we consider the planet itself. A world scarred by pollution, oil spills tainting coastlines, plastic waste choking landfills, pesticides seeping into soil. Here, mushrooms emerge as Earth's quiet janitors, offering a process called mycoremediation. The intricate fungal threads of mycelium are exceptionally good at breaking down complex organic compounds. Their enzymes, the same ones assisting in food production, are like tiny molecular shredders, capable of dismantling toxic pollutants, everything from petroleum hydrocarbons to stubborn plastics and even heavy metals, transforming them into simpler, less harmful substances. They essentially digest the pollution, cleaning up the messes we make, slowly and patiently, helping the earth breathe easier once more. Beyond breaking down toxins, there's also mycofiltration. When streams become clouded with pathogens or agricultural runoff, dense mats of mycelium can act as living filters. By growing dense mats of mycelium near these affected areas, these fungal networks can act as living filters, trapping and neutralizing bacteria, removing excess nutrients, and purifying water as it flows through. It's a quiet, natural purification system, harnessing the mushroom's inherent ability to cleanse and restore, much like the intricate root systems of wetlands, but with a fungal twist. Now, let's look at the future of materials. What if we could grow our packaging, our insulation, even our furniture? This is no longer science fiction thanks to the mushroom. Mycomaterials are a revolutionary application where mycelium is cultivated on agricultural waste, things like corn husks or wood chips. As the mycelium grows, it binds these waste products together, forming a strong, lightweight, and entirely biodegradable composite material. Packaging that decomposes harmlessly in your garden, sound-absorbing insulation grown into the exact shape needed for a building, even fashionable myco-leather as a sustainable alternative to animal leather, all grown from fungi. It's like nature's own 3D printer, creating robust, eco-friendly products that can replace plastics and other resource-intensive materials, ushering in an era of truly circular design. In agriculture, too, mushrooms serve as silent partners to our crops. Farmers are increasingly turning to fungi as biopesticides. Certain entomopathogenic fungi, like Beauveria bassiana, can specifically target and infect insect pests, offering a natural and environmentally friendly alternative to chemical insecticides. These fungi act as biological bodyguards, protecting crops without harming beneficial insects or the wider ecosystem. And beneath the soil, the ancient partnership between mycorrhizal fungi and plant roots continues to be harnessed. These fungi form a vast underground delivery service, extending the plant's root system, enhancing its ability to absorb water and essential nutrients like phosphorus and nitrogen, leading to healthier, more resilient crops with less need for artificial fertilizers. It's a gentle, symbiotic boost to nature's productivity. As the world outside begins to slow and the day's last light fades, we can see that the mushroom, in all its quiet diversity, is not just a fascinating organism of the wild. It is a profound source of innovation, offering gentle, sustainable solutions to some of humanity's greatest challenges. Among all these industrial marvels, one application stands as perhaps the most urgent: the mushroom's power to heal our wounded planet. As our gentle journey into the world of mushrooms continues, let us now turn our quiet attention to one of their most profound and hopeful roles: their astonishing ability to heal and sustain our planet. Imagine, if you will, the Earth itself as a living being, occasionally burdened by the marks of human activity, sometimes needing a gentle touch to cleanse and restore. In many of these instances, the unsung heroes performing this vital work are our fungal friends, weaving their magic beneath our feet. This isn't a fantastical tale, but a powerful truth rooted in the very fabric of nature. Fungi, with their ancient wisdom honed over millennia, are the planet's primary decomposers. They are the quiet architects of decay and renewal, diligently breaking down fallen leaves, dead trees, and all manner of organic matter, patiently returning life's building blocks to the soil. But their talents extend far beyond the natural forest floor. They possess a remarkable capacity to address some of our most challenging environmental issues, a process scientists call mycoremediation. Picture a sprawling, intricate underground network, a silent, intelligent web of fungal threads known as mycelium. This network can spread through soil and water like a living, intelligent sponge, seeking out and engaging with substances that other organisms might deem intractable or toxic. When pollutants enter an environment, whether it's an oil spill staining the land or chemicals seeping into the earth, Certain fungi perceive these complex molecules not as insurmountable obstacles, but as a challenge, or perhaps even a potential food source. Their extraordinary power lies in their biological toolkit, a vast array of powerful extracellular enzymes. Think of these enzymes as microscopic, highly specialized tools secreted by the fungi into their surroundings. They are like tiny but immensely powerful chemical engineers, capable of dismantling even the most stubborn and complex molecular structures. Among the most celebrated of these are the all-white rot fungi, famous for their ability to break down lignin, the tough, woody component of plants that gives trees their strength. This same enzymatic prowess, honed over eons to decompose lignin, makes them incredibly effective at breaking down man-made pollutants that share similar complex chemical bonds. Enzymes like lacase, manganese peroxidase, and lignin peroxidase are absolute powerhouses working tirelessly to unlock and transform harmful chemicals. Consider an oil spill, for instance. Crude oil is a thick, viscous tapestry of long-chain hydrocarbons, posing a significant threat to ecosystems. For many living things, it's a toxic barrier. But for certain fungi, the mycelial network extends into the contaminated area, its hyphae absorbing the oil. Then, the diligent enzymes begin their work, like tiny, precise scissors, carefully cutting through the lengthy hydrocarbon chains, breaking them down into simpler, less toxic compounds, eventually even into harmless carbon dioxide and water. It's a slow, steady, and gentle alchemy, transforming a dark, destructive stain into something benign, allowing the land to breathe again. But the fungi's remedial talents don't stop at oil. Their versatility is astounding. They can tackle a surprising array of environmental adversaries, various pesticides and herbicides that linger in the soil, preventing healthy growth, industrial dyes that pollute waterways, turning vibrant rivers into murky flows, even certain pharmaceuticals that find their way into our water systems. In each case, the fungi's enzymatic arsenal provides a pathway to detoxification and transformation. They offer a quiet, biological alternative to harsh chemical treatments, working with the delicate balance of nature rather than disrupting it further. And for heavy metals which cannot be broken down like organic pollutants, fungi offer a different but equally vital service. Through a process called bioaccumulation or biosorption, their vast mycelial networks can act like natural filters, effectively trapping and concentrating these toxic metals within their fungal structures. Imagine an intricate living net drawing unwanted guests out of the water or soil, making it easier to safely remove them from the environment or preventing their spread. It's a subtle yet profound act of protection, safeguarding the purity of our ecosystems. Beyond their incredible capacity for healing, fungi also play a pivotal role in guiding us towards a more sustainable future. They are not merely cleanup crews. They are also architects of renewal and innovation. Think of them as champions of the circular economy, showing us how to create abundance from what we might otherwise consider waste. For example, the very same mycelium that cleans up pollutants can be cultivated into astonishing new materials. Instead of plastic packaging, which persists for centuries in landfills, imagine packaging grown from mushroom roots that can simply return to the earth when its job is done, biodegrading naturally and harmlessly. These mycomaterials are no longer a dream. They are becoming reality. Sustainable alternatives for packaging, sound insulation in buildings, even leather-like fabrics and building blocks. It's a testament to the fungi's elegant simplicity, transforming agricultural waste into valuable, renewable, and compostable products. This principle extends to agriculture itself. Some fungi act as natural protectors, offering gentle biological alternatives to synthetic chemical pesticides. These mycopesticides selectively target specific pests or diseases, protecting crops without harming beneficial insects, wildlife, or the broader environment. It's a whisper of biological control, a soft invitation to work with nature's inherent defenses rather than against them, fostering healthier soil and more resilient ecosystems. At the heart of all these applications is the fungi's inherent genius for transformation and recycling. They teach us that waste is not an end, but a beginning, merely a resource misplaced. By humbly observing and harnessing their ancient wisdom, we can envision a world where our impact is minimized, where we build with renewable resources, and where the earth can gently, patiently heal from past imbalances. Their existence reminds us that solutions can often be found in the most unexpected and quiet corners of the natural world. The next time you encounter a mushroom, remember these quiet, tireless workers. They are not just decomposers of the forest floor, they are healers, innovators, and guides towards a more harmonious and sustainable tomorrow. Their work is a soft lullaby of renewal, ensuring the earth continues its gentle breath, sustaining life for generations to come. And as we stand at this moment, witnessing their profound gifts, we must also look ahead to the questions not yet answered, the discoveries waiting just beyond our current understanding. We find ourselves now at the very edge of understanding, gazing into the vast, shimmering possibilities that the future of mycology research promises. It's a journey not unlike exploring a cosmic ocean, where every ripple holds the potential for profound discovery, and the humble fungus, often unseen, often misunderstood, emerges as a quiet, powerful architect of tomorrow. Imagine, if you will, the fungi as silent alchemists, tirelessly working in nature's grand laboratory, holding secrets that could redefine our world. Researchers, with their curious minds and ever-advancing tools, are slowly, patiently learning to read these ancient recipes. One of the most breathtaking avenues lies in bioremediation, the extraordinary ability of fungi to clean up our planet. Picture forests of mycelial networks, like diligent underground rivers, flowing through polluted landscapes, breaking down toxins. Scientists are already observing the remarkable capacity of certain fungi, such as varieties of Pleurotus austriatus, the oyster mushroom, to degrade complex hydrocarbons, effectively consuming oil spills. But the future whispers of even more incredible feats. Fungi that could dismantle microplastics, those tiny, persistent fragments polluting our oceans and soils. Imagine a future where a fungal solution could transform mountains of plastic waste into harmless organic matter, guided by an understanding of their enzymatic superpowers. It's like teaching nature's own cleanup crew to tackle our toughest messes, offering a gentle, sustainable path back to balance. Then there's the realm of mycopharmaceuticals. where fungi continue to unveil a pharmacy unlike any other. We know the story of penicillin, a monumental discovery from a humble mold saving countless lives. But what lies beyond? The future is bright, with the promise of novel antibiotics from newly discovered fungal species, crucial in our fight against increasingly resistant pathogens. Think of fungi as master chemists, each producing a unique suite of compounds. Researchers are now exploring everything from potent antivirals, offering new defenses against emerging diseases, to groundbreaking anti-cancer agents. Varieties like Trametes versicolor, often called the turkey tail mushroom, are already being studied for their potential immune-modulating and anti-tumor properties. And, in a testament to their complex biochemical repertoires, the therapeutic potential of compounds like psilocybin found in certain fungi is being re-examined with meticulous care. This research explores its capacity to gently guide healing in the human mind, offering new hope for treatments in mental health challenges like depression, anxiety, and PTSD, not as a recreational substance, but as a carefully administered tool in a therapeutic setting under strict medical supervision. It's a journey into the intricate dance between fungi and the human brain, unlocking pathways to deeper understanding and healing. Consider also the revolutionary potential in the material science. What if we could grow our homes, our furniture, our packaging? This isn't science fiction. It's the burgeoning field of mycelium-based materials. The future sees mycelium, the root-like structure of fungi, being cultivated into sustainable alternatives for plastic foam packaging, leather, and even building bricks. Imagine a world where products are not manufactured in energy-intensive factories, but are grown from agricultural waste, using the fungi as nature's tireless engineers. These materials are biodegradable, lightweight, and incredibly versatile, offering a truly circular economy where waste becomes a resource and products return harmlessly to the earth at the end of their life cycle. It's a vision of living architecture, woven by the quiet strength of mycelium. In the fields of agriculture, fungi are poised to become our most trusted allies. The future of farming isn't just about genetically modified crops. It's about harnessing the ancient wisdom of the soil. Mycorrhizal fungi. Those incredible underground partners can expand a plant's root system manifold, enhancing nutrient uptake and water efficiency. Research is deepening our understanding of these symbiotic relationships, aiming to inoculate crops with specific fungal partners to boost yields, reduce the need for chemical fertilizers, and increase resilience to drought and disease. Imagine crops thriving in challenging conditions, their resilience whispered into existence by their fungal friends. Furthermore, fungi offer a natural arsenal of biopesticides, offering targeted, eco-friendly solutions to protect crops without harming beneficial insects or the environment. It's about cultivating a healthier, more harmonious relationship with the land we depend on. The advent of advanced genomics and bioinformatics is like shining a powerful new light into the very blueprints of fungal life. Researchers are rapidly sequencing the genomes of thousands of fungal species, unraveling their genetic secrets. This data acts like an immense library, guiding us to understand specific metabolic pathways and discover new enzymes or compounds. With tools like CRISPR gene editing, scientists are gently learning to edit fungal genomes, not to create super fungi in a fantastical sense, but to precisely enhance their natural abilities for bioremediation, pharmaceutical production, or industrial applications. Imagine a fungus meticulously engineered to produce a specific life-saving enzyme, or one that can break down a particularly stubborn pollutant with even greater efficiency. This isn't about control, but collaboration, a deeper understanding of how to work with these remarkable organisms to solve global challenges. And as we peer further into the horizon, we glimpse fungi playing an even grander role. In the context of climate change mitigation, their significance cannot be overstated. Fungi are integral to the global carbon cycle, sequestering vast amounts of carbon in soils, making them quiet champions in the fight against atmospheric carbon dioxide. Future research will explore how we can enhance these natural processes, perhaps by restoring fungal networks in degraded ecosystems, turning our soils into more effective carbon sinks. Furthermore, the ability of fungi to help plants adapt to stress, like increased temperatures or reduced water availability, positions them as vital partners in building resilience against the effects of a changing climate. Even beyond our earthly bounds, the future of mycology stretches towards the stars. In the nascent field of astrobiology, scientists are considering the role fungi might play in future human endeavors in space. Could fungi be cultivated in closed-loop systems to recycle waste, produce food, or even grow materials for lunar or Martian habitats? Their remarkable adaptability and efficiency make them intriguing candidates for supporting long-duration space missions, transforming waste into resources much as they do here on Earth. Imagine fungi as silent crew members, diligently working to sustain life on distant worlds, anchoring humanity's reach beyond our pale blue dot. As the curtain of night descends completely, remember that we have only just begun to truly understand the vast fungal kingdom. With every passing year, new species are discovered, new functions are unearthed, and new potentials come into focus. The future of mycology research is not just about fungi, it's about unlocking nature's wisdom to build a healthier, more sustainable, and more imaginative world for us all. It's a call to curiosity, a gentle invitation to explore the unseen wonders that thrive just beneath the surface of our awareness. And as these thoughts settle softly in your mind, these visions of a future shaped by fungal wisdom, let us now return to where we began. That single, quiet mushroom emerging from the forest floor, completing its ancient cycle. And so, our gentle journey comes full circle. We too can draw a gentle breath and let our thoughts settle, like soft dust motes in a shaft of fading light. Our quiet journey tonight has been with a most wondrous and unassuming friend, the mushroom. Not with loud pronouncements or flashy displays, but with a profound, quiet wisdom. It has shown us a different way of being, a gentle rhythm that whispers of hidden strength and interconnectedness. Remember how we imagined its story beginning? Not with a grand fanfare, but with a tiny, almost invisible speck, a spore carried by the softest breeze or resting patiently in the quiet earth. So small, yet holding within it the blueprint for a whole new world, a potential waiting silently. There was no rush, no urgency, just a deep, inherent trust in the timing of things, a patience that teaches us the beauty of waiting for just the right moment. And then, from that tiny beginning, we pictured it stretching out, not upwards into the light at first, but downwards and outwards, beneath the very surface of the soil. The mycelium, a delicate network like fine silken threads, weaving its quiet magic in the dark, unseen places, connecting, intertwining, reaching out with an invisible embrace to everything around it. It worked without a sound, without a plea for recognition, simply being and doing, building a foundation of life in the quiet depths. What a gentle lesson in the power of unseen work, in the profound importance of what lies beneath the surface, supporting all that grows above. Slowly, oh so gently, when the air was just right, when the earth offered its silent invitation, that hidden network would gather its strength. And then, a tiny, almost imperceptible nudge, a quiet push upwards through the soft soil, breaking the surface without struggle, with a quiet determination that is deeply reassuring. Like a sigh of contentment, the mushroom would emerge, unfurling its cap, revealing its delicate gills, standing in its own quiet dignity. It wasn't shouting for attention, wasn't demanding to be seen, but simply was, a soft presence in the quiet forest. And each curve of its cap, each subtle hue, whispered of its unique journey, of the silent processes that brought it into being. It stood for a time, a silent witness to the forest's slow breathing, a gentle participant in the dance of life. It didn't boast of its beauty or its purpose. It simply embodied them. And in its quiet presence, it fulfilled a most vital role, a gentle recycler, returning the old to the new, nurturing the very ground from which it sprang. A quiet circle of giving and receiving, of life transforming into life, endlessly, peacefully. And as quietly as it arrived, it would gently fade, melting back into the earth from which it came, leaving behind new spores, new promises of life. A cycle completed, yet never truly ending. A testament to nature's profound wisdom, reminding us that nothing is truly lost, but merely transformed, integrated back into the vast, gentle tapestry of existence. There's a deep comfort in this unending flow, this quiet assurance that every ending is simply a doorway to a new beginning, hidden for a time, but always there, waiting. Our mushroom friend, in its silent wisdom, has shown us the beauty of the unassuming, the power of quiet persistence, and the profound interconnectedness of all things. It reminds us that strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers from the hidden places, teaching us about patience and the gentle grace of giving back to the world simply by being. Now, as our quiet journey draws to a soft close, let that same peace settle over you. Feel the gentle calm that comes from understanding the world a little better, from appreciating the subtle wonders all around us. Let the thought of the mushroom's peaceful journey fill your heart with wonder and deep, profound calm. As your eyelids grow heavy and your breath slows to a soft, even rhythm, let any lingering thoughts simply drift away like spores on a breeze, leaving you light and free. And perhaps, as you drift into dreams, a tiny spore will begin its silent work in the quiet garden of your imagination, growing, connecting, dreaming its own mushroom dreams. Sleep well. May your dreams be as wondrous and deeply peaceful as the secret, beautiful life of the mushroom. Good night.